what we're talking about today is lesson 14, determining the theoretical probability of an event. So some definitions that you need to make sure that you get in your notes and vocabulary here. We have that a sample space is the set of all possible outcomes of an event. So if it's possible for it to be an outcome of that event, it is part of the sample space. A simple event is an event having only one outcome. The theoretical probability of an outcome is found by analyzing a situation in which all outcomes are equally likely, and then finding the ratio of favorable to all possible outcomes. If you need to pause to get this in your notes, please do so. We're not going to do this part. Okay, so for example 1, it says a number cube labeled 1 through 6 is rolled. List the outcomes for each event. So it wants just to know the outcomes. Okay, rolling an even number. That means I want to know the possible outcomes of rolling an even number. Well, it tells us that, excuse me here, it tells us that the number cube is labeled using 1 through 6. So I know that I have numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 on that number cube. So I want to know the outcomes of an even number. Well, those will be my even numbers, 2, 4, and 6. The same is true for B, rolling a multiple of 3. The only multiples of 3 on my number cube are 3 and 6. Finally, rolling a prime number. Okay, hopefully you remember the definition of a prime number. That is a number whose factors are only factors are 1 in itself. So we know that 1 is a special number. It's not a prime number, and it's also not a composite. It's its own special type of number. But 2, we know, has only factors of 1 in itself, and it's the only even number that's a prime number. 3 is also a prime number. Since 4 is a prime number, or since 4 is an even number, we know that 2 will go into it evenly, so that one won't work. 5 is also a prime number, and then 6 again is an even number, so it won't work. Example 2, there are 4 green, 3 blue, and 3 red marbles. What is the probability of randomly choosing a green or red marble? That means that I can draw either a green, which I know there are 4 of, or a red, which there are 3 of. So my possible choices are 3 plus 4, which is 7 total marbles that I have to choose from to get what I'm wanting. But how many are in the bag? That's going to be our denominator. So I know that I already added the green and the red. I need to add in the blue, which is 3. So the probability would be 7/10. What is the probability of randomly not choosing a blue marble? That means that I do not want a blue marble. And remember from above, we have 4 green, 3 blue, and 3 red. So I want to know the probability of not choosing a blue marble. Well, that's any marble that's not blue. So again, there are 7 marbles that aren't blue out of 10 total marbles because there are 3 blue ones. A bucket has 10 balls numbered 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 4, 5, 6, and 6. If one ball is drawn at random, is there a greater chance of getting an even number or a multiple of 5? So let's find the probability of getting an even number first. So that means the even numbers will be my numerator, the number of even numbers, and the total number will be my denominator. So I already know from the problem that there are 10 balls. So I'm going to put 10 as my denominator. Now I need to know how many are even numbers. So I know that 2, 4, 4, 4, 6, and 6 are all even numbers. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's 6 out of 10, which I could reduce to 3/5. Okay, and then it says the other option is the probability of getting a multiple of 5. I'm just shorthanding that, okay? So that's any number that can be divided by 5, and I only have one of those. So that would be 1 out of 10. So it wants to know what is a greater chance. If you were taking a chance, which do you think would be the best chance? To draw an even number or a multiple of 5? I hope that you're thinking the even number, and the reason for that is, of course, because we have more even numbers in the bag than we do multiples of 5. So that's it for today. Please make sure that you have taken good notes, showed your work, and have all the vocabulary down. We will go over some of this in class tomorrow. Have a good night.